everybody, it's Michelle, and I am having so much fun with Christmas crafts this year. So you guys may remember these wreaths that I got at Dollar Tree a while back. Just a reminder as to what they look like. On the back they're still the way they were before, which was that sort of natural wood color. And I had got these on a craft mini haul one time when I was able to get out of town and visit a Dollar Tree. And they had the two sizes and I got one of each. And I'm sure you guys can guess the way I've got these laid out what I'm going to be doing with those. We're going to make a snowman wreath. So all I did to prep my wreaths was I took them outside and I spray painted them white. And then while that was wet, I sprinkled on some clear iridescent glitter because I just love a little bit of glitter, a little bit of sparkle to everything. And it may look like I was a lazy painter and just didn't do the back, but I did leave that way on purpose because I thought if that was painted on the back side, the paint might scuff off and get on my door. So I just left that natural on the back, which did make the work a little bit easier too. So you're going to need a few more things in order to do this. First of all, I've got some cable ties, and I'm just going to use those to cinch that together in the middle there and make that one piece to create our snowman. And then we're going to, of course, give him a black top hat. And this is just a little 5-inch top hat that I got at Joann. And I think they do make these in a little bit larger sizes, but at the one that I have access to, this was the largest one they had. And that'll look a little small, but not too small. I think it'll be okay. That's what we're going to be using today. And we're going to be cutting that, and I'll show you that as we get a little bit further along. I've got a couple of ribbons here. And this one you've seen before. I used that on my mini Rudolph wreath that we made this year. And I think that is so gorgeous. I love that it's got red, green, and gold, and all of the Christmas colors in such a beautiful pattern. And then I've got this 7/8 inch wide ribbon here that kind of matches. It's got a gold border too, and then just only the red in between. And those two match nicely together. And this one's going to become his scarf, and this one will help decorate his hat. And on his hat, we're going to keep the decorations pretty simple because I want to get a little more decorative on his scarf. So for his hat, we're just going to add a little sprig of holly and a candy cane. And these are just some embellishments that I got years ago at a Hobby Lobby, but I'm sure they have these at just about any craft store. That was my one and only trip to a Hobby Lobby, and I really loved it. And actually some of those may have come from Ben Franklin. I visited one of those as well. So for his scarf, we're going to decorate that with a larger sprig of greenery with a little poinsettia in the middle. And this just came from Walmart. I got that at Walmart this year. And it has a little present on there too. I'm going to go ahead and pop that off. I don't think we're going to be needing that, just to decorate his scarf. And then the best part, our snowman is going to be strung with a mini set of lights. And we're just going to put that all around the wreath part and make our entire snowman glow. And these I just got at Dollar General. And I think they were $3 or $3.50. Very inexpensive. They were just in the regular little floral section of an aisle there, where they have a little bit of floral items, candles, things like that. And that is where I got these. I got them a while back. And recently I noticed that they have these in the Christmas aisle at Dollar General. The very same store, but they're $5. So if you go to Dollar General looking for these, go to the regular floral aisle and not the Christmas section, because you'll pay more in the Christmas section. So I'm going to get all of my decorations cleared away. and we'll get started. Okay, so I zoomed in a little closer so you could see. The first thing I want to do is decorate his hat. Now, you might wonder how we're going to put a hat like that on a wreath that hangs against the flat wall. We're just going to cut it right in half. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. And these are just made out of really stiff felt. So it's really easy to cut. Just straight down the middle, and then we can put that on our snowman right like that, and it'll be flat to lay against our door or wall or wherever you hang your snowman wreath. And this is going to help serve another purpose for us too. We're going to put that right over our battery box for our light set so that it doesn't show either. And now we're just going to decorate that up and get it ready to go on our snowman's head. And we're just going to put everything on with hot glue. I'm just going to cut the length of ribbon there. And just wrap that around. And that kind of temporarily holds in place for me with that wire on the ribbon. And then we'll get a little bit of hot glue in there to hold it down permanently. Just a little dot. And one under this side. And already our snowman is going to look snazzy. That looks so cute. I'm just going to take my little sprig of holly and cut that wire down. I don't want to cut it all the way up because they're all bound together on their wires with that floral tape. So I'm just going to leave a little short piece of wire and fold it back. And hot glue that right onto the brim of his hat. And that is just so cute. I don't even know if I want my candy cane on there after all. I'll go ahead and add it, but I think it looks pretty good with just the holly and the ribbon. Just a little dot of hot glue right there. And I'm going to slide it behind one holly leaf, a little bit in front of the other. And just hold that for a minute while it sets. So he's got his little candy cane tucked in his hat there. I think that's really cute. And that's it for our hat for now. We're going to lay that aside. And now we'll get started on putting our snowman together. So I'm going to zoom back out. And I'm going to take a couple of my cable ties. and put my snowman together. I'm just going to go right around and tie those two together. Don't worry too much about your cable tie showing. That's going to end up covered by his scarf. And don't pull it too tight because you want it to lay flat nicely the way it is now. If you cinch it up too tight, it's going to pull upward. I'm just going to add another one just to make sure that it's nice and secure. And just cut off the excess on those, and we'll cover those in a few minutes. The only thing that probably does matter is that your little connection here is in the front, not the back. In the front we can cover it with his scarf, but if it were in the back it might scratch your door. And now is the fun part. We're going to string on the lights, and these, I just really love these lights. Let me go ahead and push that little tester button there and show you guys. Those are so cute. And I don't know if you guys can see, but the little light part is so tiny. I don't see it on here labeled that way, but I've seen these before called rice lights, because the little part on the string that is the light bulb is about the size of a piece of rice. They're really tiny, and I like those for craft projects when you don't want a big bulb. So I'm just going to unravel these off of the little thing that they come on. I'm just going to unplug this part here with the little tester button. And it has a little battery just for in the store, and that will just unplug right there, and we can get rid of that and use our little battery pack here. And we're going to put that down at the top. Make sure that the battery box goes at the top where our hat is going to be, and we can cover it with the hat. And I'm going to want his hat kind of right here to the side. And so I'm just going to slip another cable tie through there, through, and catch one piece of the wreath there, and my cord. And pull that tight. I'm having a hard time getting everything in frame. Just cut off the excess on my cable tie there, and we'll just start wrapping the lights. So right up here I'm just going to go round and round until we get to where the lighted area is on the wire. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap that wire around my cord there. And then I'm just going to continue to kind of spiral those lights around. And the way I'm going to do this to make sure that I end up at the same place I started is I'm going to kind of go in a figure 8. When I get here to the connection, I'll cross over to the other side and then loop around like that and back to where I started. These little lights are so small and so fine, and the wires too, that you really won't hardly even notice that, and we don't have to worry about covering that up. Okay, that comes up just a little bit short. We stop right here. So what I want to do is try to work that wire around until I reach the entire length around my snowman. That's going to be good enough right there. I think I'm just going to take that wire and wrap it through. Okay. And actually, I think I want to plug my tester button back in there before I get my AA's into that battery box and see what it looks like all lit up on my snowman before I finish decorating him. Okay, so let's try it out and see how he looks. Oh, I love that. I think that is so cute. And that will be gorgeous lit up at night. So I think this is going to be really good. I'm happy with that. Okay, now we're ready to decorate him. Get his scarf and his hat on him and get him all dressed. Okay, we are ready. I got my batteries in the box, so we're ready to go on that. And the first thing we need to do, I guess, is to get his hat on so that that covers that. I'm going to kind of come up on the top like this and see if I can glue that right down, making sure that I don't get any glue on the lid. That way we can still open that lid on the battery door to change those batteries when we need to. Just get some glue on there and stick that down with our battery door facing the back so that we can access that. I'm just going to hold that and give it a minute to set. Okay, I think that is set pretty good. And we're going to glue on his hat. And I'm going to glue the top of his hat on the inside right to the top of my battery box. Again, making sure I don't get that side with the battery door. We don't want to seal that shut. And that's a perfect fit. And I'm going to go ahead and get some hot glue up under the ends too to make sure it stays on really well. And one on this side. Let's see. just wherever that touches naturally, put a little dot of glue to make sure it holds in place. And then let me flip that over so you guys can see the back. There's our battery door just inside his little hat, and it's a perfect fit. And we can still get in there to change the batteries. First I need to get this tester button cord out of the way, I guess. I don't know what I was thinking. My hat is not that big. I need to get that over here, back behind. I'm just going to tuck that in. And that'll keep that out of the way for us. Now we can put on his scarf. And I'm just going to kind of lay this out and guess how much I'll need for his scarf. Cutting off what I think is too much, of course, so I've got a little bit extra to work with. I can cut it off, but I can't put it back on, so we're going to try to start with a little extra. And I'm just going to tie that right around his neck. And see there, that wasn't even extra. That's about what I'll need for real. I'm going to scrunch that up a little bit and hot glue it down right there. Well, that came unglued. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it, and then we'll try to glue. See if that works. Hold that down till it bonds pretty good. And then a little more for the other end of his scarf to come around. And then just wherever you want his scarf to lay down at, just come under it with a little dot of hot glue to hold that down. And you can kind of shape his scarf a little bit because it's got that wire in the ribbon. And then this actually has a clip on the back. So I'm just going to clip it right on. Right there at the connection where his scarf ties. So just slide that little clip up in there. Just everything the way you want it. Actually, I think I want that to sit down a little lower. So I'm going to clip off that little stem that it goes on to. Maybe even clip off a little bit of the little end there that attaches it. And just put that right back on where it came from. And that sits in a little tighter against our snowman there. I like that better. And that is all there is to it, except for cleaning up my mess. Of course, I've got glitter and clippings and everything everywhere. Let me turn on his lights so you guys can see. Turn him over there, see if we can get to that little switch. Flip that with my scissors. Oh my gosh, he is gorgeous. I just love this snowman. That is absolutely beautiful. I'll get another picture of him where I can zoom out and get all of him in the photo for you guys. And I'll get one of him lit up at night too. And you guys let me know what you think. I think he is gorgeous. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I thought it was going to be just a quick, simple craft, but I have fallen in love with this little snowman. I think he has become one of my most favorite crafts. I just love him. You guys comment below and let me know what you think about him. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a like over on my Facebook page, and be sure to join our Facebook group, Craftie Minds. Follow me on Pinterest and Instagram. And don't forget to visit my blog. I'll put the links to all of those in the description, so be sure and check them out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.